Hey, good morning, everyone. So today we only have 5 minutes, right? So I will briefly talk about the projects we are doing under the title of Delaware Stuttering Project. So let me see. So who we are. So when I joined the University of Delaware, uh, Evan Usner is also joined at the same time with me. So both of us are interested in research in developmental stuttering. So throughout the last few years, we started to do a lot of projects together and start to have a number of collaboration with different people at the university. So Aditya is also in the call, so I saw his name. So another collaborator we work closely with is George Nunebel at the Department of Psychological and Brain Sciences. So I'm going to tell you what we do um, in this project. So our main expertise is in neuroimaging. So I mainly focus on MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, and Evan mainly use EEG. So we use this technique to understand the functional and structural abnormality in children and adults who stutter. And we try to find out the relationship between the brain and their behavior. So one of the projects we are working on is to use the anatomical image of children who stutter and try to find out whether there are subgroups based on their anatomical abnormalities and try to link this subgroup, try to find out the behavioral profile of this subgroup. So another project we are working on is to use a technique called transcranial alternating current stimulation. So to try to use low voltage um, electrical stimulation and try to change the excitation of certain region in order to improve fluency in adults who stutter. So another line of research we are working on is to find out the effect of genetic. So stuttering is a developmental disorder with a strong underpinning of um, genetics. So the heritability of stuttering is about 80%, so it's highly heritable. So, but we still don't really know how genetics affect the brain. So one of the projects we are doing is to identify known gene associated with stuttering and find out the effect of this known gene in human brain. So another line of research we are working on closely with the collaborator we saw in the previous slide is to find out the molecular and cellular effect of the mutation in the brain. So we use a genetic mouse model to achieve this goal. This mouse model, we try to do two things. One is to measure the vocalization to see whether the mutation affect the vocalization behavior. And secondly, we look at the genetic and molecular level to see whether the genetic mutation will also change cellular and or the biological pathway. And in the future, we hope that if we establish the phenotype and the biology of this mouse model, we can try to use different drugs to see whether the drug will have effect on the vocalization behavior. And ultimately, we hope that the drug can be applied to human and to see whether the effect also exists in human. Okay. So a lot of people, usually when I present that, a lot of people ask me, well, how can we do the vocalization in mice? So um, mice did not talk, so they may not stutter, but they vocalize. So we can, in the past, people use a method called separation method. They took away the pups from um, their mom and they vocalize. So this is a very controlled method for us to measure vocalization of the mice. So you can see the vocalization recording here, and then we can measure how much they vocalize in a fixed period of time, and we can compare the vocalization between um, the genotype. So it has been done before, and it also showed that the mice with stuttering mutation vocalize less compared with mice without the mutation. So what we are doing now is try to put 4 mice together and let them freely interact and talk to each other. So because stuttering is mainly happen during social interaction, so we try to use this experimental paradigm to introduce social interaction between mice and see and try to find out their vocalization during social interaction. So for our preliminary result, we also show that mice with mutation vocalize less compared with wild type. Okay, so that's it for my presentation. So at the end, I want to show you the video we made to promote another study. It's not the mouse study. It's the study of my humans. To use the MRI to study the abnormality in the brain. So I hope that Erin, at the end, after this phone call, you can send this promotion video to everyone. I hope that you can share this video
Hi,
via.
I'm Valerie. I want to tell you about how I help
by the way, this is
scientists
my
learn
daughter.
about stuttering and the brain. When most people talk, they speak smooth, like a calm river flowing downstream. The flow of some people's speech is a lot more bumpy. There are a lot of rocks, logs, and beaver dams along. About 1 in 10 they have bumpy speech. We call this stuttering. Right now, scientists at the University of Delaware want to find out why some children have a hard time speaking. Find a way to help them. If you are 6 to 13 years old, you can help us learn more about stuttering. We need both children who do and do not stutter to participate in our research. If you want to help, ask your parents. Show this video to them. They can scan the code on the screen or contact us about participating. Later!
Okay, thank you so much. I hope after the phone call, Erin can help me to send out the video. So I hope that you can help to share the video with your friends and share with your social media channels. Hopefully, we will get more subject for our human study. Thank you so much.